channel.
Hey, you know what time it is?
What time is it, man?
The brief. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Beatdown, the segment and channel where two worlds collide. I am your host, Clash, and this is my co-host,
Mr. J. What's up, guys? We are back at it again with another one for you. And we would like to remind you, if you like these videos or this content, go in the section below. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment.
Yeah. Anyways, without any further ado, we want to do a special shout out to, I just want to make sure I get this right, Negan Rex for this one. This person suggested it to us, and we decided we're going to give it to you. So, I will be representing DC Comics Doomsday.
No real thoughts. It's all aggression. All about the fight. Killing machine.
Let's get into the brief origin story, shall we? I mean, I must have told this story about 100 times over the course of these episodes, so let's get into it. A long time ago, before Krypton was Krypton, it was a place that was inhabited by a bad environment and by creatures that were terrible and savage. And some person decided, hey, I'm going to do my experiments over here. And his name was Dr. Bertrand. So Bertrand decided he wanted to make something that was indestructible, unstoppable, a killing machine. So he started going and started testing subjects that were infants and putting them in this harsh environment that was pretty bad. So every time the subject would, be taken out, he would grab a little more sample and keep on duplicating a new subject. Eventually, this happened for about 10 years, and then he finally perfected the perfect machine. But sadly, the machine that was invented, or the killing machine that was created, remembered all the terrible things that his father did. So he decided to take him out. And he had such a rage that he decided he was going to take out every living thing in sight because he just hated life now. I mean, you
would too.
Yeah, exactly. If you're getting beaten all the time, obviously you're gonna be like, screw this life, man. Hate everything. Anyways,
it's like that meme. I'm gonna kill my mom. Kill my dad. Yeah, that's probably how that guy felt.
And that's how Doomsday did feel, and he actually did it. And it took a lot to put him down, but yeah. So at this point, he decided he'd make his life goal is to just destroy everything in sight. And then he went on a cosmic destruction. And eventually some crazy character puts him out with some kind of electrical power. He gets wrapped up, gets thrown to Earth accidentally. And eventually he meets Superman, and Superman and him go toe to toe. And yeah, let's just say that's the brief origin story of Doomsday. So now let's get into powers, abilities, and feats. Okay. There's a lot. Immortality, reactive adaptation, accelerated healing, controlled bone growth, super strength, invulnerability, enhanced stamina, super speed, telepathic immunity, fire breathing, intangibility bypass, energy aura, energy feedback, adapt and evolve during a fight. That means he can change his body and make it into a weapon during a fight at a moment's notice. It's crazy. Broke Superman's all while powered by the Mother Box technology. Okay. He had the Mother Box technology on like steroids with Superman strength, and he still broke that dude's arm. Took out the Man of Steel himself, if you remember this. Defeated the Justice League during their first encounter. Yeah, took out the entire Justice League, and that included the Flash, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Plastic Man, Green Lantern, and Orion. Orion is a new god. He is the son of, if you don't know, Darkseid. Okay, that's crazy. Took out the force of took on a force that's equivalent to 1,000,000 nuclear blasts, and he didn't get a dent on him. Thanks. Beat the crap out of Darkseid, obviously. All right, so let's talk about the end game with this monster. Okay, so let's talk about the fact that his body's all mass. So no quick kills here. There's not going to be an easy just going for the heart and ripping it out or ripping out a kidney or anything, because there's nothing to rip out. It's all mass, baby. So I do believe that that's going to be put out the window when it comes to like really taking a quick throw or a quick blow at him. Not going to happen. Another thing, this sick man, Bertrand, created him so well because every time Doomsday dies, he becomes stronger and he's invulnerable to a weakness that he previously died to. So if he got attacked by an energy blast, he's not going to die by an energy blast. So they're going to have to find another way. The only way Superman could really put him out for the count was separating his body and putting in some kind of advanced technology and making sure that he was not completely close to enough, but far enough. So that way his body can't come back together and he can go and destroy the whole planet again. That's how savage Doomsday is. So energy blasts are not going to do the trick this time. So I don't know if thunder is going to be enough to put the big man down in this situation. All right, so a couple other points I will make on this one is he was killed by Superman. Now, getting defeated by Superman and then coming back means that he got a bit more stronger than Superman at this point. So he comes back stronger, which means that if he went toe-to-toe with Superman, he's a little more sterile than normal Superman. Now, Superman and Thor have been known to be compared kind of similar to each other, like they're on power level. So if Doomsday is even just remotely a boost up from the two of them, that does give him a slight more advantage going toe-to-toe with the mighty Thor. Now, another thing is, obviously, Doomsday's best advantage in getting this fight done well is getting a close fight. Don't keep it far. Keeping distance gives Thor more chance to breathe, more chance to recover and heal, clearly. So Doomsday has to keep the fight going nonstop for Thor to kind of get worn out at this moment. So close range fight is going to be Doomsday's bread and butter, his best chance of beating Thor in this fight. Keeping the range just gives Thor some wiggle room to breathe and think. Cannot let him do that. So Doomsday's got to keep his speed, keep the brute strength at Thor's front doorstep, so that way Thor cannot have time to think on his feet, think about how he's going to put him down, or even breathe, giving Doomsday more of a chance to put pressure and apply pressure on Thor that might put Thor in a situation where he might feel cornered, and it might feel a little bit more trickier to put him down than normal. So I do believe with that, Doomsday might be able to take advantage of that psychologically, since we've known that Thor is kind of always doubting himself that he's worthy, considering Mjolnir. So I do believe a moment where he might think that he might not be able to put the big man down is all Doomsday needs to expose an opportunity to take him down in that way. The last point I will make. Now, let's say close up, they're fighting. They're in this whole battle. Thor drops the hammer for a moment, or Stormbreaker, whatever. And it's just Doomsday and Thor mano a mano, toe to toe. This is where Doomsday could pull a little trick up his sleeve. Now, Doomsday adapts quickly when it comes to a battle, which means at that moment's notice, he could probably pull out that little bone, bam, right out of his arm. It grows right out, and then just stab Thor right in the chest with it. Now, keeping Thor right where he needs him, that's where it's going to be a bit more challenging for the mighty Thor. Having him right here, penetrated his, and then just have the bone deeply go more and more into Thor's heart, putting more pressure into that heart while Doomsday is just beating the crap out of Thor. I gotta say, at some point, that bone is gonna penetrate that heart. At some point, Doomsday is gonna be able to either rip that head off or beat the holy crap out of Thor. At the end of it all, I do believe that all that pressure being applied to him, yeah, Doomsday is going to put Thor out for the count.
As you guys already know, I will be representing Marvel's Thor Odinson.
No. Your crime is too great. You must face justice!
Now, also like he said, we've covered these people before, so I'm not really going to give you the whole origin all over again. I'm just going to give you a couple things we already know about him. Thor Odinson, his secret identity, or his Earth name, what's the word I'm looking for? His alter ego is Dr. Donald Blake. And he's actually a skilled medic and surgeon. About 6'6", 640 pounds, guardian of Midgard, and has a very huge superiority complex. Now, I'm just going to pretty much take you directly into the powers and feats. He has the ability to manipulate the weather, wind-powered flight. He can control an earthquake. He's pretty much immortal, almost. He has a berserker state, which he calls Warrior's Madness. He also has healing abilities of his own. Some of his feats are that he's actually a master marksman. His top flight can reach about Mach 32. Skilled martial artist. He's overpowered the Hulk, can destroy adamantium, and he's also escaped a black hole. Now, just talking about the abilities of his hammer alone, it's bound to Thor, which means it obeys his command and almost acts as a living thing. It has a momentum-based flight and is damn near unbreakable. It has an anti-force energy blast, God Blast, which the God Blast, what it does is it summons Asgardian power into a beam capable of slaying immortals.
Okay.
Also, Thor wears a magic belt, which already increases his stupid strength. So, with all of that, I'm going to just kind of dive right into the end game. Like he said, Doomsday is going to need to keep this fight up close and personal. So, Thor, yeah, he is. He's going to have to keep a distance. But he's also going to need to bring two things with him. He's going to need to bring that hammer and that big axe with him. I know it's called Stormbreaker, but there's two different axes that Thor carries in the comics. I can't pronounce the other. Bring one of them. Anyway, keep a distance. Maybe stay up in flight. I'm not sure. Doomsday can't fly, can he?
No, he can't fly. He can leap really high, but he can't fly.
All right, well, Thor, stay up high in the air. Keep bringing that lightning down. Keep dropping that hammer on him as much as you can. Now, as strong as Doomsday is, I've said it for a long time already, anybody gets hit with that hammer, you're going to feel it. I don't care who you are. Keep dropping that hammer on him. Get him in a weakened condition until finally he has an opportunity to get up close, cut his head off with Stormbreaker. Now, obviously, from there, it's not going to be over. What he needs to do is he needs to take his head, fly away, far away, and then crush it with the hammer. And then maybe, take the remnants, toss them, further away.
Use the Stormbreaker to just cut him, split the rest of the body in half or something.
Use his flight and distance and everything he has, all of his weapons, to just kind of drain him and wear him down physically. And then get up close, use the axe to cut his head off, and then use the hammer to bring the hammer down and crush his head. And with that, Thor takes away the win.
Okay. All right. I agree with that. Okay. And as always, no press
Hammer!
It's not up to me. It's not up to my boy here. It's up to you guys. So, if you guys liked my argument, you know what you can do? You can hashtag Doomsday. And if you like my boy's argument, what can you do?
Hashtag Thor.
And as always, no press fam. We really appreciate you guys. Catch you guys later.